pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Happy 4th of July to one and all in the States, and wherever you are, in whatever country you are. If you like the way your country is, then be proud of it. If there's things that you don't like, then put in effort to be a pioneer and change it. And change the destiny of your nation. It may not happen completely in your lifetime, but all it takes is steps to make a change. Believe it's possible first, and then everything else could fall into line. Because you're not the only person who wants to make the world a better place. There are lots of us out there. Let's create a community for everyone, regardless of ethnicity, social class, or gender, is treated right, equally, fairly, justly. There's been enough injustice in history. That's why 137 years ago, as Abraham Lincoln said, our forefathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty. That's a key. So, once again, happy 4th of July. I've got my Captain America shirt on. Even though I didn't care for the movie as much. I like the shirt. So, how is liberty for your own... It doesn't sound right. How is your strive for liberty, your effort for liberty in your own personal life going? As far as shaping up, mentally, physically, how's it going? Are you putting in the effort? Nothing easy. Or we'll see. How does it go? Worthwhile things are never easy. Are you enjoying the heat wave? I got a heat wave! Ride 'em, cowboy. You look at it and start singing the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, sir. Never mind, what is it? I wear the glasses because I'm Clark Kent. For the person who asked. I'm Superman. But my suit at the cleaners. Superman couldn't make it to the bathroom no matter how fast he was. That just sounds disgusting. Are you going to have some barbecue today? I'm gonna have some barbecue. That is, when I gets to, you know what I'm saying? What the hell's the matter with me? Okay. Whew. All right. Pump it up. Yeah. Pump it up. Yeah. Pump it up. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not off those drugs I took last night. Had a little weed. No, I didn't. I don't smoke weed. I can't afford it. Well, I can afford to pull weeds and smoke them, but that's not the same kind of weed, is it? to know, or not want to know, I want to know, I want you to know how absolutely just jazzed I get by watching other Shaylos participants. And there are ones that inspire me more than others at times because they put in such consistent effort. And it doesn't mean I'm not inspired by those who make vlogs every scratch the leg who put in. I'm impressed by anyone who's actually taking an active participation. I'm especially impressed by the ones and inspired by the people who I see put in the effort to make a video every day. And I'm not talking about a video you have to edit. If you watch my videos, you notice I don't edit anything. Now I should and would like to put in some effort into editing. I don't really have that convenience of time right now. But I do have the ability to sit down or exercise for 15 minutes and make a video. I make the time because it's important to me, just like working out is. And if you're not doing videos every day, but you're putting in consistent effort to take a walk or do exercise, then that's great. That's all that matters here. This isn't for the world to see. This is for you to know that you put in consistent effort. I'm a little bit freaked out. Not freaked out, it's the wrong choice of words, but I'm a little bit annoyed because one of the not so fun parts of summer is these little clumps of grass that sort of get together and are spiked. Some people call them grass spurs, other people call them chiggers. They're annoying either way, because if you're not careful and don't pay close attention to what you're doing, they can stab you. And they're annoying. I just found 3 of them. I try to wear sandals more right now so I can sort of expose my body to the sunlight, get the vitamin D. I expose myself. Yeah! No. Man, what the hell is the matter with me? I like it. I have so many cool drugs, dude. Have you ever done Excedrin, man? Migraine Excedrin's totally. It's like you're floating on a cloud and stuff. It's like, hey man, how's the weather down there and stuff? Dude. That's a paraphrased line from Go. Because I'm like the WWE, I'm PG. But yeah, so those annoy me. Don't care for the grass spurs. Like the sun. Love the sun. Love the winter. I'm one of those people who's always liked cool weather. Now, I don't mind summer. I really don't, but we're having a lot of not so fun things happen to people in the summer. I don't know if I mentioned this in yesterday's vlog or not, but there are parts of the United States, in certain parts of the states, I'm sure you're like me, and you're used to the concept of air conditioning. There are parts of the United States that do not have central air and heat as the main amenity of their homes, believe it or not. They have window units because they're not used to the temperatures getting that hot. Just like the Northeast has basements And you don't find a lot of basements in the central part of the United States. Well, Texas, for example, is kind of south, but you don't find a lot of basements here. You do sometimes, but not always. But the Northeast has a lot of that. And I think it's because a lot of families used to share homes back in the day in the Northeast. There used to be a lot more multi-family homes, and so basements were almost another room. It's also why attics tend to be taller in the Northeast, because people used to use them as a third floor. If they were rich, they used them for a library or whatever. I don't know why I got off on that, but I was talking about air conditioning. So cellars and basements and higher level attics more likely in the Northeast, and central air and heat exists still there too, because the Northeast does get warm. But the West Coast, for example, they don't have as much. They do have it, but they don't have as much central air and heat because it wasn't a big thing for them. They're used to 70 and 80 degree weather, and air conditioners tended to suffice, like wall units, or window units rather. I love the history of the world. I don't proclaim to know a lot of it, but I do know some of that. I lived in New York for a short time, and in LA for an even shorter time. I love LA though, and New York. If LA was more commuter friendly, which it is becoming that way, I would definitely live in LA or New York. I love the big city because I love theater. Ow! Once again, metrosexual, not gay. And I guess it's because I can't get away from enjoying the company of women. Nobody's perfect. I'm really happy, actually, getting on the conversation of gay rights. Don't even know why we have to have an argument about people's rights, but it's neither here nor there, because it's changing whether you like it or not. I happen to like it, but I'm glad. But I remember I always want to do this, and that's not realistic with my elliptical. I could do this, but that's weird. Excuse me. So, I had a friend about 10 years ago named Todd. And Todd was a very good looking guy. He sort of looked like a young Val Kilmer back then, mixed with Tom Cruise. Now some people don't find Tom Cruise or Val Kilmer necessarily appealing, but he was overall looked at as a pretty dashing guy. A little shorter than me, probably about 3 or 4 inches. So roughly about the height of like Tom Cruise. Real good looking guy. But he was struggling with bisexuality, even though he really gravitated towards men more. And I saw the emotional struggle he went through because people judged him for liking men and wanting to be intimately engaged with them. I think he also had I think that was contributing to a lot of psychological challenges he had going on, emotional. And I wish that back then I remember wishing that people would just be happy and accept people for being different from them. And now I just get irritated when people aren't treated fairly. Because there was nothing wrong with this man. He had a good heart. He meant the best. But it just destroyed him. And I have not been able to find him. I looked for him in the last few years. And I haven't been able to find him. And it scares me so much that Todd may not be a part of this planet anymore. Because he really was a great guy. Or is a great guy deep down. He had a very artistic soul. And I hope he's out there. And just putting this out to the universe. Todd, if someday you ever see this, I hope you found your liberty, my friend. I hope you found the justice you deserved. And you loved who you loved. Or you love who you love. And you are in peace. You deserve that. I may look for you again. Maybe today. Maybe next week. But I hope to shake your hand again one day. I'm sounding a little bit like Shawshank Redemption, but I hope I get to shake your hand and give you a hug again someday. Because you were a good friend to me back then. And I hope I did the best I could back then. I was mid-20s. And while I was building on my strength as a human being, I hope I supplied you with the support you deserved. I was a little jealous of you for a while. But who isn't jealous at times? We all see things in other people that we aspire to. And I definitely saw that in you. I hope it's still there, that fire. I hope you're living strong, my friend, wherever you are. Blessings be with you. Peace be with you. Joy be with you. And all of you. Go for your own liberty today. I don't want to sound like Bill Pullman in that movie, but today is not just the Independence Day for this country of the United States. It can be your day of independence, your day of liberty, anywhere in the world. It's a matter of choice. To think about yourself, think about your family, think about your nation, your community, and your nation, and to be strong for them. Take care of yourself. Find happiness above all else. And do your best not to hurt other people. We're all in this together. Because if the planet ever falls, it's not just one of us, it's all of us. We all live within this sphere. Let's be happy. May whatever God you believe in, or force of the universe you believe in, support you as you strive for a happy life. Happy 4th. Live with passion. See you tomorrow.